Have you noticed the sky in Fromville is getting too blue? It's biding its time. When the lines in the sky align, it's not a glitch. It's the physical, spiritual, and human realms converging. We're exploring the autophagy of the system, where the town begins to consume itself to stay alive. The fifth trail is coming, and it won't be another cut. It will be the Golden Elixir, a rebirth that grinds the current world into dust. Rebirth isn't gentle, and we're explaining why survival was never about outlasting the night. Outside the sheriff's office, a board was nailed to the wall that read, 96 nights without incident. It was a source of comfort for the townspeople, a sign of progress and discipline, a testament to civilization's resilience. However, when numbers linger too long without change, they begin to decay. The townspeople misinterpreted that 96 as a symbol of safety. To them, the number 9 represented the pinnacle of hope, signifying action, light, and warmth, while 6 embodied the depths of fear, symbolizing receptiveness, darkness, and coldness. By displaying 96% prominently, the town wasn't celebrating peace, they were unwittingly advertising a state of extreme tension. They had wound the spring of their existence too tightly, and the gears were starting to smoke. The sky was aware of this tension. It always senses the shifts first. At first, the sky was a vibrant blue, not just any blue, but a crystal clear hue that felt rejuvenating. The air was still, and the town moved through its routines with care. Doors were secured at dusk, talismans pressed against wood, and rituals repeated to maintain a sense of stability. It appeared controlled, but it was anything but the moment Elgin appeared on screen. It was a sky-cutting line that emerged. He didn't just step into a cellar, he pierced through a layer of the town's subconscious. That line represented the first needle prick in the shroud, signaling that Fromville's internal cold could no longer be contained. There was no announcement, no fanfare, just a single white scar across the blue. One line doesn't spell disaster, it signifies contact, a layer breached, a memory disturbed. Something beneath the surface stirred, and the sky registered it like skin sensing a needle. The town didn't tremble, but it noticed. 2 lines would indicate a polarization, a forced division. The town would be pulled in opposite directions, such logic battling belief, survival against surrender. When arguments took on an edge of desperation, when compromise vanished and choices narrowed, the air grew sharper, divided. 3 lines would mean alignment across spiritual, physical, and human realms, not just fear lurking in the woods or ghosts haunting the mind. All 3 dimensions converging at once. When Julie ventured into the forbidden, when the unseen brushed against the tangible, that tremor spoke in 3s. By the time Victor stood at Miranda's grave, 4 lines had etched themselves across the sky. 4 isn't merely a count of days, it represents the geometry of the box, north-south, east-west. The 4 lines indicated that the sky was fully aligned and locked, marking the point where the past and present collided with enough force to warp the surrounding space. The sky didn't just observe it, tightened its grip. The grave buried memories, an unfinished attempt to comprehend the machine they inhabited, and the sky constricted in all directions. 4 white streaks, parallel and deliberate, didn't appear as an attack. They looked like containment. Other signs emerged: sounds of water where no stream flowed, a constant trickle of memory without a body, essence without a vessel. Birdsong wafted through the empty air, an impossible chirp from branches devoid of life, a message without a messenger. The town was losing its rhythm, form and spirit slipping out of sync. Not a glitch, but a misalignment. The audio played on, yet the video froze. When the line between memory and person blurs, the monster adopts the voice of the memory. The tension reached a point of autophagy, where the system began to consume itself to stay alive. As stitches loosen, the separated elements start to blend, and always above them, the sky remained. Just the other day it was a pure blue again. Too pure, as if it were biding its time. There's a rumor, a whisper from the edges of what has transpired, that one day when Randall and Christie around ruined sky will clear entirely. Not the tense clarity of enforced stability, but a genuine clearing, the kind that follows a storm that has truly passed. If that day arrives, 5 trails may carve their way across the blue. 5 isn't escalation, it signifies reordering, a return to the center. When that 5th trail etches itself across the sky, it won't be just another cut. For the center to return, the current arrangement must be ground into dust. The sky isn't counting down to disaster, it's counting down to a rebirth, a golden elixir. The board on the wall will fall, the numbers will decay, and the residents will finally understand that survival in Fromville isn't about outlasting the nights. When 5 lines appear, it won't spell the end of the town. Instead, it will signify the end of its current state. Rebirth isn't gentle, it's a restructuring. The lake won't dry up, it will clarify. For the sky was never counting days, it was measuring tension. And when tension reaches its peak, it does what it has always done, it quietly, and inevitably transforms into something new.